Welcome back to the Reese Russell Show, or as I like to call it, the Reese motherfucking Russell Show. I ain't even in front of the mic. This the Reese motherfucking Russell Show, as I like to call it, and we got some special guests getting cozy over there. But first, I'm excited because this is crazy. I just read that actress Gabrielle Union, also married to NBA All-Star, probably future Hall of Famer Dwayne Wade, just came out and said in an interview that in her first marriage to somebody that wasn't Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union said that she used to pay all the bills and that made her feel entitled to cheat. She said she was paying all the bills, working her ass off, and that made her say, well, shoot, that's the spoils of riches, and I don't feel like I have to be faithful to you, which is crazy because everybody thought it was about sex, that men think they can have extra and do what they want because they pay the bills. Do you think, matter of fact, introducing, this, I feel good. Give it up, we got we got Mirage in the motherfucking house.
The Mirage, put a the in front in the motherfucking building.
Put a the in front. Y'all heard it.
Baby.
The in front. She's going to be a regular. I absolutely love her. She's my really good friend, so she's definitely going to be in here. And she got, that's what I'm talking about. And I got my motherfucking friend. We've been knowing each other about a year now. A year. We got Neff Jackson in the motherfucking house.
Hey, it takes 2 years for people to remember your last name, though.
Johnson?
Yeah.
Damn it, I was taking it. We gonna do one more time.
I never told you.
No, you told me just now. I should have remembered that.
Yeah, just now.
I wrote down nothing. I'm gonna just introduce you again. Give it up to Neff Johnson in the motherfucking house.
Man, thank you for being here, man.
I appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about. Reese
Russell with the doohickeys. Man.
With the doohickeys.
Crazy.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think about Gabrielle Union cheating on her ex-husband because she felt like she could with the most money?
I think it's more interesting if she answered. I want to know what women think.
I think that Gabrielle Union is the bitch that has presented karma. I think Gabrielle Union was trying to be karma for her ex-husband and all the niggas that cheated on her back before she had bread and all the niggas that fucked her off and said, well, bitch, you ain't bringing enough to the table. She said, I got something for your motherfucking ass, nigga. Here we go. And as soon as she started being a breadwinner, oh, bitch, I'll be home tomorrow. As soon as she became the breadwinner, I'll be home tomorrow.
I'll take that deal.
And I'm quite sure she got a thrill out of it because for so many years, and we're not even talking about the last 10, 12 years. We're talking about the last 20, 30, 40 years. It has been acceptable, socially acceptable, not only amongst their peers, but amongst society in general for men to have an excuse to have either a mistress or a whole nother family because all their wife does is stay home, prepare meals, wash dishes, and lay down and fuck here and there. It's been acceptable. Gabrielle Union finally thought, well, you know what? The motherfucking roles have changed. They done switched. So here I go. I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure my dinner ready, bitch. Some shit like that. She trying to take her power. She was trying to take her power back in that moment. I'm quite sure.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
She like the MLK of black feminism over here.
She's the MLK of black feminism.
I'll take that.
And I take the pay. If I can ball out, she can fuck society, my woman. I don't give a fuck.
You don't give a damn.
Come on, nigga. You gotta bite that.
Right, oh God.
So what's the number? What's the number then that it'd take for a woman to be paying all your bill? Where you living?
Right.
What's the number?
Well, with Gabrielle, it was in the six figures for sure.
Yeah.
High six figures.
She said all the bills. And when I think of guys, and I know a lot of guys that say, I pay all the bills, they girl don't pull out the wallet.
Right.
So So if she say all the bills, I'm assume it's that she was out there trying to get it like a dude. She was probably really paying like literally everything.
Groceries, utilities, when that nigga want to go get some shoes, everything.
I take that all day.
But it's crazy. I mean, I don't think it's a bad deal if you don't love her, but it's crazy.
Yeah, you can learn to love whatever the fuck she loves. And if that's a whole bunch of dicks, you support her in that mission.
You support her in that, but
Fuck yeah.
could you? Okay, all right. Could you date a porn star?
Yeah, I might prefer it, but I don't really like the idea of being in a committed relationship with any person. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really my thing, right? But if I was gonna do it, that would be the best way.
You would go strictly. You go be out there. Could you get
not porn? I'm still trapped on the money, nigga. I can't. That shit was so sweet. But yeah, porn. I don't give a fuck.
200 if $250,000 of your expenses are paid per year.
On.
You letting her do
and
it.
She
you
can be ugly, nigga.
Damn.
Man, she could just have a big ass neck. I don't even give a
You
fuck.
don't give a damn. I feel 250 is a lot of 250 is a lot of thousands. What's that? 12,000 a month? 12,000 a month?
These niggas driving their chick to work and she drive a Toyota Camry, dog.
Yeah.
Quarter ticket, you talking Audi at least.
So the Audi, your shoes decked out. Do you got like shoes out?
Well, I'm a comic, you know. This is just for me. If I could travel and keep, you know what I'm saying, hustling, you know what I mean, on the comedy shit, that's fuck shoes and all the other shit for real. But that's an opportunity for you to figure out what the fuck to do with yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That makes
Don't
sense.
be like the dumb basketball wives that just be pretty as fuck all the time, spend all the money on eyelashes.
And ain't got shit else to offer.
You know what I'm saying? Do something so you can peel off.
Facts. And with the lifestyle, you don't. I'm getting from this that you definitely don't intend on being a stay-at-home dad while having this chick.
Oh yeah, that's different. Nah, you can't do both. I mean, you could, but it'd make it harder. I wouldn't want to do the kid thing.
Yeah, you just out
fuck
because
that.
you gonna be on the road. That makes sense.
That's me personally. It's maybe weird for other people, but it's a lot of broke niggas that could use a big, ugly, one-eyed millionaire bitch that's willing to take care of their ass, man.
For sure. I'm with it. I mean,
She's starting a trend. I'm for it.
You're for it. She get a pass. Why get my man shit? So
yeah, she get a pass. Men been getting a pass for a damn near motherfucking century. That bitch get a pass, and all her homegirls get a motherfucking pass.
Why the homegirls get a pass? The homegirls they ain't paying all the bills.
they trying to be
How
like,
we know?
Yeah.
They ain't telling us. She is. She kept it 1,000. I know bitches who's hiding taking care of they nigga. And I don't even know why. And them hoes ain't even cheating. Let me take care of mine. Let me take care of my nigga.
I don't know why we all even need to be in relationships. It's not even it's not necessarily what's great for everybody. You know, all
It's
the
not
time.
a perfect fit.
Everybody seem like that's an automatic goal. You know what I mean?
Is
Be
it
in a relationship of some sort. You know what I mean?
is it a habit?
For some, I'm sure, but
I think everybody want the fairy tale shit. I mean, everybody want the shit we saw on TV when we was growing
we was
up. We
programmed.
watched the movies. We was all watching Disney. We was even on Cartoon Network. Even shit like Dexter's Lab. Dexter's parents was married, right? You know what I mean? The smallest shit did, like you said, not only program us, but showed us what our future was supposed to be as adults. We supposed to get married and have children and live a traditional lifestyle. But like you said, it's not a good fit for everyone. For some, it is their fairy tale. It's their ideal to get a husband or a wife, get married, have a couple kids, where they live in luxury or whether they lower middle class or whether they poor as fuck. Like, that's their fairy tale. I don't believe in fairy tales.
You don't?
But I can understand that, though, because that's all we've seen our entire life for so long. We feel like not only is it not socially acceptable or acceptable to our families, like our parents, to be single in our late 30s, late 40s, or single for a lifetime. It's just not acceptable at all nowadays because everyone's in competition. Oh, well, I got married, and oh, well, we've been together for 10 years, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
You don't
Do
care.
you, bitch? Do you? Do you, my guy? You been with that bitch for 8 years, and I ain't seen y'all move from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom to a 3, bitch. You still in a 1. So if you want to brag about being with this hoe for 8 years, and you think you showboat, nigga, do your motherfucking thing. I don't give a fuck though.
You don't give a fuck.
If that's your fairy tale, bitch, you live it. It ain't mine.
But isn't that you saying the upgrade? So that comes back to the money. That come back to the money.
Well,
Brad, where to make the rules?
Growth in general matters. As a couple, if you're together for more than 3 years and you have not put together 2 adult incomes and went from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom, or at least a different area, or you've changed demographic, you're a fucking loser. Like, stay with another loser and live a loser fairy tale. But I'm not. That's out. What are you with another person for? If you all can't succeed or can't grow better together as a unit and move a different demographic, or at least make an extra $10,000 or $20,000 a year together, what the fuck
if
are
they're
you
not
doing?
stacking.
Yeah, what are you doing? You're just fucking, eating, and watching TV. That's loser status.
But the way you
So
said,
what you with the next motherfucker for?
fucking
You bragging about it
eating,
for what?
fucking eating and watching TV
Fucking
kind of
eating and
sound
watching
good.
TV.
That sound good.
And that's why Gabrielle Union's ex-husband probably stayed, because all he did was fuck her, stay at home while she was out, watch TV, and eat.
I bet you.
What else you gotta do when she paying all the bills?
Exactly.
What the fuck else you gotta do to pay all the bills?
The fuck else? All she do is come home to this nigga, eat some food, and fuck. Like, it's more shit to do.
We just painted this man
She was growing
as
solo.
the villain.
She was growing solo, and he never grew in any way, shape, or form. That's probably why they divorced. That nigga couldn't keep the fuck up. That nigga got left behind. Simple as that.
Have you always had this personality?
Yes.
Oh, that's all day long.
She's ferocious.
Except when she's in public and she's cool. Like, she ain't about to let nobody in her business. But if a motherfucker act up and I get to see her, I'm like, oh, I gotta get her. I gotta go get her.
Here it comes.
You be in the mall, she be in a distance, you can't really see her, but she moving like fidgeting. You know it's ruckus about to happen.
You have no idea, and she don't fight fair. We've already established that.
I'm going straight for them nuts, baby. Approach me if you want to. I'm about to fuck don't. And don't let that shit drop you to your knees, nigga. Because I'm about to take that wallet. Catch me if you can, bitch. Catch me if you can when them nuts is hurting.
She taking it. It's a wrap. It's over.
I got beat up by a black girl one time.
You got beat up by a black? Yeah, as an adult?
Only once. No,
as an adult?
I was a kid. I was in school. It was traumatic. I don't even remember. I just know that it happened.
You just got beat up.
Tell you the story.
You got beat up by what?
Oh shit! He gave me PTSD. Just scared the shit out of me.
Why? I just saw you apologize on the behalf of all black women. I'm sorry, baby. I can't tell you the story either, but I know I was in the wrong. I got beat up by a lot of black girls, like as a kid, like a lot of them, a whole lot. Like I thought that was normal. Playground, motherfucker made my sister beat my ass. My sister's 10 years older than me. She beat the shit out of me. Y'all know them horses, like the stick with the horse head on it.
Oh, the ones you can ride.
That you can ride.
Yeah,
as a kid, them. We had this basement that had like 25, 30 steps going down. And it was steep too. I remember me and my little brother used to jump to the bottom of it. Like, this shit was far. I do this shit now, I probably roll over. When my sister was at the bottom, she did something to make me mad. And I took the horse head that was hers and I broke the stick in half. So I had like this little handle in the horse head. And I waited for her ass to come like up the stairs and I launched it from the top. I hit her ass in the stomach. Bow!
Not the stomach.
In the stomach. She fell back like a damn superhero dog in a movie. Fell back against the wall.
Big LeBron flop.
Big flop. Nah, that shit hurt. She cried it was a cry and a fall. It was a cry and a fall. And my stepfather was coming up behind her and saw what happened. And he had grabbed her to like stop her from running up the stairs and like killing me, which I wish he would have just let her go. Cause she, for the next 3 weeks, she pretended like everything was okay. That's like torture techniques, bro. You never know if you do something to somebody, you know they gonna get you back.
Yeah.
But you don't know when they gonna get you back.
That's hilarious.
For 3 weeks, dog. I'm in there. I'm walking in the kitchen. She giving me she giving me sandwiches and stuff. Good morning. I don't know if this is the get back I'm about to get. I'm not eating this sandwich. I'd rather go hungry. She goes on for 3 weeks and she finally gets me like, we're playing a video game, Resident Evil, director's cut. She comes in there. You want to play director's cut? I was like, yeah. Sits me down, she grabs me, pins me down, puts her knees on my arms. I'm on the ground flat, right? And I'm looking up at her, watching her like, what the fuck is she about to do? She opens up this bag of gum balls. You know the gum balls? Mm-hmm. She was in a bag. She rips it open, opens a bag of gum balls, has a blue one. Puts it in her mouth and just sits there chewing. Her knees are still in my motherfucking biceps. I'm sitting up like this. She chews it. This goes on for like 30 seconds. And she you know that spit thing that you can do is suck back up?
Like a loogie.
The loogie. She's above my head. Bro, I'm like 7 or 8 years old. She's 14. She's spitting the like loogie and just dangling it in front of my face and bringing it back up and dangling. I ain't gonna say where that spit ended up, but I promise you I didn't hit her with no horse head again.
That's funny. God damn. That's
Taught your ass a
torture.
lesson that day.
She evil as fuck.
Oh, you're taking her side?
Yeah,
I'd have put the gum in your hair, nigga. You'd have had a bald fade fucking around with me.
Surprise.
My brother cut my hair. That was what we did. That's why I got a little patch right here now. But you would have, you got a little brother?
I don't have any brother.
Yeah, she used to beat, man. She used to beat the shit. So when you say, I think I've only in my life gotten beaten up by black women. Mama, auntie, kids on the playground. It was a bad day.
Mama ass whooping, the worst ass whooping. They insane, bro. I'm still scared of my mom. I'm about to be 35 years old. I'm terrified of her.
Your mother is amazing, too.
I'm terrified of my mama.
Your mom.
As soon as she get angry, I just walk off. That's the only bitch I don't want to fade with.
You don't want it with your mama?
Hell no, I don't want to fade with that bitch. On God, I'm going to run. I'm running and action, scream. I'm going to be like them white women. Help! Help! Running for my mama. She's a wild one.
Yeah, you don't want it with your mama. My mama's tiny. Your mama tiny, too.
That bitch is crazy.
She
is. She's insane. She tried to hide it. At least motherfuckers know I'm with the shits full fledged.
You know you give them warning.
I stand 10 toes down on everything I say, and I'm an action type of bitch. My mama, she like your sister. Like, oh hey, here, let me give you a sandwich. And then bop 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 bop.
Y'all all from Vegas?
Nah, I'm from Englewood.
That explains it.
That explains it.
Everything.
Wait a minute, friend. What about Englewood, friend?
It's on the news.
It's on the news?
I mean, yeah,
I think he's talking about all the time.
Yeah, like pop culture will tell you, don't go, you know.
Oh, we a small town. We pretty friendly until you make us
Englewood,
mad.
California?
Whoop.
You gonna act like it's a thing. Like we had to ask.
They're territorial, sir. I don't know if you don't understand.
We a very small town, so we just a really, really close-knit community. And a lot of people thinks it's always extreme violence in Englewood. It's just a little bit of extreme violence, though. But normally you got to start the violence.
I don't even think you understand how many times white women want to call you aggressive, but don't. Can you imagine? Like everyone.
Every
white woman has more than 30 seconds.
And as soon as they
say the word aggressive,
but
she's more than welcome.
What do you think is stopping them?
Now it's an offensive word or whatever.
For them to
now aggressive is offensive.
Aggressive is offensive?
Yeah, that's like the tip. That's like saying it's almost like saying a Jew loves money or Irish people drink too much. You know what I mean? Black women are
one of them stereotypes. Gotcha.
Aggressive people. You know what I mean?
I'm not as sensitive. A white woman is more than welcome to call me aggressive, and I'm more than welcome to take it in as long as she doesn't get offended when I call her weak. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
If she don't get offended, if she can tell me, I've never met such an aggressive woman, and I turn around and tell her, man, I would love to be a weak bitch staying at home every day saying, yes, sir. As long as she don't get offended, then we all good.
You good. You
said, she not going to do shit.
She ain't going to do it.
Say something.
And that don't happen. I was listening to a Waka Flocka Flame interview. That dude is really turned his. He's dope. I listened to a lot of his interviews. He was talking about on social media, people might say things, but and he talking about as a rapper, but the people that approach him and say things to him to his face, it's all love. So people are willing. I'm quite sure they might say aggressive, but they ain't about to walk up to.
It's like a bitch gonna stay on the phone, but I'm a bitch that get in the field though. So it's like, bitch, you stay on the phone, hoe, and I'm gonna be in the field. So you pick what's best for you, and I'll pick what's best for me. And I feel like as long as the bitch typing, she keep typing, no biggie.
I mean, we are made of our experiences, so of course, someone who's lived a privileged life can be considered weaker than those of us who have been through the trenches. You know what I mean? And in America, the trenches predominantly are inhabited by us.
Absolutely.
So it's also healthy, I feel like, for black women to also realize that they are that way out of trauma. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just respect what it is. Because, nigga come back from Iraq or something and killed 4 people. Or in a kid, maybe it sticks with them. They got to treat that. Therapy, PTSD, ayahuasca, all this crazy shit.
You mess with the ayahuasca?
I went, bro.
No, you didn't.
Peru, nigga. I'll show you the pictures. I have my phone right now.
How was it? Ayahuasca?
Yeah.
You drank it?
Yeah. It's
It's if I'm not mistaken, it's cactus. It's fermented cactus that psychedelic.
I don't know if it's a psychedelic, but I don't know if it come from a cactus. They showed us the tree that it came from. It's like it just looked like a piece of wood and shit. But they make the little drink out of it. I feel like it's cheating not to say how hard it was to get to the motherfucker though. You know what I mean? 3 planes, car ride, 3,000 feet above sea level. You gotta stay there for a couple of days to let your lungs adjust before you even do the shit. You know what I mean?
You have to let your lungs what?
Adjust to the high altitude
atmosphere, yeah.
Before you even do it, so you don't.
Yeah,
you're not weak.
The first night I couldn't breathe. I couldn't sleep that first night because I wasn't breathing like that.
You were scared to go to sleep?
Nah, the altitude, your lungs, the air is thin. Your lungs ain't getting enough. You drowning in the air in not enough oxygen. You drowning in not enough oxygen because you the higher you go, you try to breathe. You know what I'm saying?
So was your heart? Did you notice your heartbeat?
Heart palpitations, all that shit. It's like weird shit. I'm a healthy person. I don't know what it felt. I don't know what disease that felt like, but somebody got that disease all the time. And they're weak as hell
hard
right
shit.
now.
You talking about it was hard. So that made you not be able to go to sleep because you're freaking out.
I couldn't breathe.
And could you breathe on the second day?
It got better. Like it took about 3 days before I could go do the actual ayahuasca shit.
You said it was 3 planes to get.
Yeah, it was a plane from Columbus. That's where I'm from. Columbus to Houston. From Houston to Lima, and then from Lima to Cusco, and then a car ride for like 3-4 hours, maybe 3 hours.
So you get there. You finally get it 3 days after. You finally did the plane ride. What's the take me through right when you're sitting down and they're setting it up for you?
So you're on this like mountain, and you have a dorm room for you and 2 other people. It's me and 2 other guys. You know what I mean? Separate beds, pause, whatever. Whatever they say. Right? And then you meet a shaman. It's like 2 shamans. It's like a shaman and then like their version of a doctor. Because up there in the mountains, they don't have a hospital. They don't have doctors.
They have somebody that lives up there.
If anything's wrong with you, they take this plant. That's how they, do
herbal
medicine.
medicine.
You know what I'm saying? So you meet the guy who's been doing that for his whole life or whatever, but he can't speak English like a motherfucking fact. They have a little bit of a different accent to their Spanish. It's called Quechuan. It's some more ancient shit.
Quechuan?
Quechuan. That's how they say it. I don't know how they spell it.
Oh, but
then so then the first day I take this shit and it didn't. I'm sort of tough. It's like I'm impervious to a lot of shit. I'm very unbothered. You know what I mean? So
You seem like a laid back.
yeah, you can't really jolt me. So like, it didn't do shit. And they came around. I'm laughing at them. It's other people in this little room where we're all doing. You can't really see them, but you can hear motherfuckers crying and shit. Everybody going through different experiences. People from all over the world. It was 17 of us. Australia, Belgium, Italy, Austin, Texas, and these motherfuckers was going crazy in there. So I didn't do shit. I took another dose. The second day, nothing. You're not supposed to purge. You're supposed to purge, right? You're supposed to throw up afterwards. You know that?
No, I'm not very familiar with it.
You're supposed to throw up after you take it, and I ain't throw up or nothing the first time.
You didn't try to?
I mean, I just relaxed and thought it was gonna do it. You smoke weed, you think you're gonna get high. Like I took this shot and I'm like, it's gonna do something, man. Nothing, you know what I mean? So I tell them the second day, everybody digests what happens, you know what I mean? And talk to the shaman and shit. The shaman has an interpreter and he's telling people what he thinks about their experience. When he got to me, it was actually me and a Japanese girl who didn't have any reaction from it. Little tiny chick. Didn't talk much. And so they put us together. The shaman goes, we're gonna put the men on one side and the women on another side. And talking to me, we're gonna put you on the side with the women. It was weird. The interpreter tried to get him to tell him why, because everybody was like, what the fuck? Why? Their body language was saying that. And he tries to get him to say it, but he really couldn't interpret it. So he was just like, the shaman says he knows how you take the ayahuasca. You'll be fine. Just stay on the girl side. So I stay on the girl side. I don't even know if I should tell this whole story. This shit freaky, man.
You stay on the girl side?
I'm on the girl side. I take a shot, and it's 2 or 3 times the first shot. So this is 2 shots in one already. Or less the previous night. Nothing happens again. They come around to me. They give me another one. I take that. Now, the Japanese girl is next to me, and she's like throwing up. And then I tried to like make that, that reaction you get when somebody else throws up. You try to make yourself, it makes you throw up. I tried to make myself throw up, and I couldn't really. And then she starts like moaning.
She starts moaning?
Like somebody's fucking her, dog. I can't make this up. It's so stupid. If I wanted to make something up, I wouldn't go that way. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you don't get a positive reaction from people. So I throw up. You know what I mean? Now it's fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
You start crying?
Oh, yeah. But not that I was knowledgeable of. Afterwards, they told me that this. I didn't really remember that at all. Like,
what was your memories?
So the first hallucination I had was sort of like, it's hard to explain, like how we're 3D. There's like, you know what I mean? We're here. I can touch you and you can touch me.
4D.
Or we're 4D?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this shit was 9D.
It was 9D?
Because it was like I was there seeing what I'm seeing, but I'm not, I'm like part of it.
Like an outer body experience?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Not like nothing. I wasn't here. But what I was seeing, I was there wherever I was, like in my mind or something, but I couldn't really, there was no being, you know what I mean? I was like part of it. And it was showing me like this, like imagine a circle, you coming into a city, you know what I mean? It's like I saw buildings, but it was like spherical. There were so many dimensions to it. I was like diving through it. That's the only memory. I saw eyes. I saw a lot of eyes a lot of times.
Like the Illuminati's in ayahuasca?
No.
Is that what you...
Just like I think it has something to do with stand-up. I have never really interpreted that part.
Oh, because that's
like
what we see on stage.
Yeah. But it was just the eyes. And the eyes had emotions. Like I could tell what they meant when they were angry at first. They were like red and sharp and pointy, you know what I mean, parts of it. And then,
so you could tell that it had an expression.
Yeah, so that was like the beginning of it, to where like I'll start to understand how to interpret the visions into actual messages. You know what I'm saying?
And the shaman helped you with that?
Nah, this is the thing talking to me, the plant. not
talking plant.
I mean, not words, but it's almost like body language. It's like I can't see this. It's like it's hard to say. It's like not anything we've experienced in and out of our eyes. It's some other shit, bro. That's all I can kind of.
3 planes.
2-3
being
hour car
sick
ride.
for 3 days, not being able to breathe, having a first bad experience, and everybody else freaking out and nothing's happening to you, to the second day where you having this experience. Was it worth it?
Oh, for sure. I got to go back every year, dog.
Peru every year? You're going to what?
First of all, preface this with my daughter, and you know this about my
Yes.
kid. So that's how I had a traumatic experience with my kid too. You know what I mean? So it was needed. Like in fact, after my daughter, I couldn't really look at kids like that. I really didn't want to be bothered with them. You know what I mean, we had a restaurant called First Watch. I'm in there in the morning. I see kids like I'm crying in my eggs Benedict. Nigga, it's weird. Now I'm coming from the plane. On the plane coming back from out there, a kid is playing peekaboo with me in front of the seats, and I'm like playing peekaboo back. You know what I mean? It was a pleasure to have that experience. A little white girl too.
It was it was a reset.
Yeah.
What?
It was 7 years of therapy in the 3 days I was up there with them. The 3 days after the 3-day adjustment day.
Bro, that's dope.
Yeah, well, it's not for everybody though, because there was a guy in there that was there the first day, didn't see him no more. He did.
So y'all went. You left that out. So y'all went up the mountain with 17, came back down with 16.
Straight murder mystery.
He said, "I'm gonna go back." One of us ain't, but I'm going back.
Yeah, he bounced. And there was there was a lady in there who was asking for psych medication. She couldn't take it. I heard her screaming and shit.
So, have you? Okay, so have you done mushrooms?
Yeah, I did that like once or twice, microdose, before I went out there, just to give myself a tip of the iceberg experience on psychedelics. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you didn't before ayahuasca?
No, nigga, I'm still from the hood. Like, nigga, you smoking crack? Nigga.
That's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
What? That's why. That's one of the dopest stories, bro. I've heard a little bit about it, but mostly in stand-up comedy about ayahuasca. I don't hear much, but that I didn't know that. And there was no other side effects, adverse side effects, besides the altitude and.
Yeah. And once you're used to it, you might as well. I mean, I would have stayed if I had a show. I landed at like 2-3 o'clock on a Friday. I had a show at 8, so I had no time to fuck around. I had to get back, but I would have stayed. You know, they eat better. You're always walking up a mountain, uphill. You lose weight right away. You feel good. Their fruit is real fucking fruit, man.
Real fruit?
Yeah, man, that shit, it's like it make you mad at this shit that's back here, dog. They got corn that has kernels the size of grapes. Huge grapes.
Damn.
Imagine that. It makes you think the corn here is
It's
really
corn. They got the juice. They got the juice.
They call it maize, I think.
Oh, so that's dope. I've never.
I don't know if it's for everybody, though.
I've done mushrooms, and the only thing that happened with the mushrooms is I was out camping. It was 15 of us, 14 of us white. I'm the only black guy. We out there, we literally, we were glamping. So it was like they call glamping having some kind of RV. So we had an RV and we all fit in it. But we sat and stared at this like campfire for probably 9 hours. The stars, when you looked up in the sky, the stars just looked like they were coming down and then going back up and then coming down. And the fire, it was the most, like, that was better than any like movie I've ever seen in my life. Just staring at
the movie. And shit.
Yeah. That was the only time I've ever done it. I liked it, but I was outside. I can't imagine like people be trying to do mushrooms inside. Like I couldn't imagine being the walls moving. No, that would freak me out. If nature moving, I'm good. You ever mess with?
No.
She,
Hell no.
she said,
Englewood.
I was gonna start with.
I'm not fucking with nothing like that, baby. I'm already crazy by myself. I don't need no extra shit to fuck
you got
me
no
off.
choice but to go the other way.
Just
though.
fuck
She'll
me
be
off,
all-
and I'm like, I'll be the man.
That's the only
I
direction she
run
can
from
go.
myself. Shit.
She said,
It scared the shit out of me.
She'll be a yogi, fucking vegetarian, knitting, quilting.
that's what she need. Look at her. Don't she look like she can knit something right now? Sitting over there, you just give her a book and some yarn. You see, gonna be all right. A book, a yarn, and a candle. You would, if a dude paying all your bills, you go, and he just all he wants you to do is knit, and then that's all he wants you to do is knit. Maybe make him some pants, sew up a little thing. You can produce babies if you want to. He paying all the bills. You taking
What
that?
are we gonna do besides the knitting?
The 3 things you like doing: laying on the couch,
I don't
watching
even like
TV,
doing
and
that
fucking.
shit. That shit ain't interesting enough for me.
But he just wants you to knit. But he got you don't have
but
to.
I'm knitting, and then what? Like where's the excitement? I'm gonna be like Gabrielle Union, except it's opposite. Like, damn nigga, you ain't showing me nothing exciting. All you want me to do is sit in this house, play with this fucking yarn, while you at work. It's another nigga sliding through, eating half the leftovers.
Oh,
because all you want me to do is fucking knit. You're boring. as
in
fuck.
the oh.
I'd rather work. I'd rather go to work.
Whoever she with just gotta shut the fuck up.
You just gotta shut up. They gotta shut up all the way up. Shut.
No, they don't have to shut up. I'm gonna keep talking, and they can talk too. But who I'm with don't have to be quiet.
Well,
I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. We're both gonna be in
Somebody
that
got
motherfucker arguing.
to. Therefore, you said that somebody gotta shut up.
somebody gotta
We
learn to
both
shut
just
the
gonna
fuck
have to
up.
say what the fuck we gotta say. And if we can't take what the other one's saying, we might as well you might as well just vamoose, motherfucker. You say what you want to say. I say what I gotta say, and once it's said, that's it.
Yeah, Englewood gotta mix with something like Connecticut. You know?
That gotta be the polar opposite.
Englewood, man. How many high schools is in Englewood?
2? We small. We a small city. We proud though. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Cause I'll put on for my city. We small though, like close knit. Like everybody pretty much know everybody. All our grandparents, most of our grandparents from the South. When everybody started moving out to California, started making a better life, and when they started allowing us to live where the white folks live in, and way back when, all our grandparents moved there. My great aunt had a house in Englewood. She had it for 60 years. She 89 years old. She moved in the house. She was a teenager. So Englewood is a city built up of generations of the same families who moved out in the
Is there a place
like
in this?
50s, 60s, and then we all just grew. Generations have grown. You know what I mean? That's why we so close knit. That's why everybody know everybody. My mama know my friends' parents. They went to high school together. You know what I mean? So we very close knit. We kind of like a big dysfunctional family. You want to keep it a buck.
So y'all,
That's why you got Englewood families.
so y'all be killing each other or just
You said
passersby?
that we kill each other.
That's what they say. It's Englewood.
You live streaming?
Yeah.
I didn't know that
You
Englewood
lost
had
her?
such a bad reputation.
Huh?
What? I did not.
The eye
I'm
of
from
the
Englewood.
storm, I
Maybe
guess.
it's to us. Maybe it's to us we don't have a bad reputation because we such a close knit community. But I guess to others we appear to be very aggressive.
What do you hear? Like what do you hear about Englewood? What's the consensus?
It's like one of like the gang neighborhood, like one of the notorious West Coast gang neighborhoods. I hear.
Anytime you hear Englewood, you hear Englewood.
that might be it might just be a song from Mac 10 or something back in the day.
I mean, we do have several different gangs, but I guess going back to what you asked, do we like kill each other? It's like, I guess you could say no. Other people get killed when they come there. I don't know. Like, I just know that
She said don't
we're
go
a
there.
very close knit community, and 3 and 4 generations of us. Our parents went to school together. Our parents' parents know each other. So amongst each other, we like a huge dysfunctional family in Englewood. But I guess on the outside looking in, it's okay. But then when you come inside, I guess shit be getting rocky. I don't know what motherfuckers be doing to us. I don't know if they be trying us, testing us, whatever the fuck.
But y'all seem to come together when y'all need to.
Oh, absolutely. We're not. I hate it when people say, "Oh, you from LA?" No, I told you I was from Englewood. I didn't tell you I was from LA. Don't say that. I told you I was from Englewood.
Englewood.
You know, so.
So all right. I don't hear much. I don't go out there much. I was scared. Where was I at? I was scared in Oakland. That's where I got scared. I was shooting pool. I was like 20 years old, shooting pool in a pool hall. I was drinking a little bit. It's a 24-hour pool hall, but it went from like regular light pool hall that was well lit and it was like family vibe to like I shot for like 2 hours, and in the second half of that 2 hours it went to like a dark and dingy, and I looked up and I saw all these Oakland Raiders hats, and I was like, man, I gotta get out of here. Then right after we left there, literally right after we left, something popped off. But that's the only place I've ever had to like lock the doors when you get in the car with some pool hall.
That's a rough city. For sure.
You know, I'm no stranger to all that shit, but now that I've survived it, I feel like I don't want to get in the wrong place at the wrong time now. Like, oh, this would be it. How I go out or how some shit happened that's devastating because I just was around. You know what I mean? I wasn't even involved this time and shit. I got away from all the times that I did have something to do with some bullshit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Karma, I guess. I don't know.
They say that about shit. That's what I read about Young Thug in the YSL. Just like, bro, you did all this to get out the hood, just to do the shit that you was still doing while you was in the hood.
Still active, yeah. You can't be around. Yeah. Or more so, the better example is the Takeoff from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because whether Thug was involved in actual crime, current crime or not, we don't know. But Takeoff was shooting dice with niggas, man.
He wasn't even shooting dice.
Or just around some niggas shooting dice.
That's what. Yeah. He wasn't even he was an innocent bystander. Right. Literally, the guy that they were shooting at, he didn't argue with nobody. He didn't say nothing. He was just minding his own business. So yeah, that's a perfect example of just being at the wrong place at the wrong time. But that brings it up. I was talking to Roscoe earlier, and we were talking about if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And did y'all hear about that Tesla in California that drove off the highway, like fell off the highway 250 feet, like last week?
Somebody was in it?
4 people.
My God.
The dad, the wife, and 2 kids. Fell off the Pacific Coast Highway, plunged 250 feet. Everybody lives.
What?
Everybody.
Oh, they did that on purpose.
Thank you. How did you didn't even read? You didn't even see the report? Come to find out, the doctor, 41, Namish Patel, allegedly drove the car off the cliff on purpose. Now he's charged with. They all live. They're in the hospital. The kids were like non-life-threatening injuries, like
all little jelly ass.
Yeah, 250. It landed on its wheels. It plunged, flipped, landed on its wheels. That's the best advertising in the world for Elon Musk, by the way. But yeah, he did that shit on purpose. So that brings it back to say, shit, when it's your time, it's your time. 250 feet and nobody gone. Yeah. That's crazy.
Great for Tesla publicity.
Dana White. Dana White, UFC New Year's Eve party or New Year's party, in the VIP section of the club. His wife of 26 years smacked him in the face. He smacked her back. She smacked him again. He smacked her back.
They be doing that shit at home. That was just a bad night. They be doing that shit at the house. They used to it. It went back and forth so many times. Nobody was surprised because it's normal. So that was just nothing to them. Probably that's a Tuesday night.
I thought it was a UFC fight I wasn't privy to. He just be. You say they do it at the house if they openly in the club smacking the shit out of somebody.
Quite sure, because it's like when you first slap a nigga, like I remember the first.
Hold
guy
up, you slapped a nigga before?
Yeah, I slapped my ex-fiance before while he was driving.
I'm glad she said it before I did.
Slapped the dog shit out of his ass. It was a long story, but that's the first time, and this was just a couple years ago. First time I ever put my hands on a man. He was the only man that brought the real demon out of me, because I don't hit men. I'll talk some shit and then walk off, or you can walk off, nigga, because I don't need you here anyway like that. Either we gonna argue, nigga, you gonna get the fuck out. But I don't really normally put my hands on nigga, but he just brought the real demon out of me. You know what I mean? So the first time you slap a nigga, you be shocked that you did it. Like, I slapped a nigga, pow! I'm like, oh shit, I slapped this nigga. So I just immediately had to come to the defense, like, well, what's up, nigga? I done slapped you now, so you need me to run me my fade or what? and he was like, I'm not gonna fight you. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's the fuck I thought. But really, I'm just trying to save face, because I really couldn't believe I slapped this nigga that hard. If they never did that before in a regular, you said she slapped him, he slapped her, she slapped him, they've done that several times. There's no shock. There's no, oh my gosh, I feel guilty. Because you do feel guilty at least 3 minutes after, like, damn, I can't believe I did that.
Were you expecting retaliation?
From my ex-fiance?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely not. But I was ready though. Because I feel like if you hit a man, I feel like any woman that hit a man deserves to get hit back. So I was ready for that regardless. I'm ready for that regardless. He got the right to, because I shouldn't have put my hands on him. I got a line. I got a character. I allowed him to bring me out of character. So him hitting me back, it would have been no problem for me, because I started it.
Is he more of a man for not?
He's a scumbag regardless of whether he would hit me back or not. So,
damn, he had a free slap. He was gonna get called a scumbag anyway.
He was a scumbag way before the slap. That's probably why he got slapped. But
damn.
Basically, like, if you saying that they exchanged several blows in public without a flinch, wasn't nobody in the room that day but them. As soon as she slapped that nigga, everybody else disappeared to her and to him. He slapped her back, she slapped him again, he slapped, like, they do that on a normal basis. If not, somebody would have been in shock. Somebody would have been like, oh my God, I can't believe it. That's probably a Tuesday, Wednesday night at the house. Before they get irritated and go in separate rooms. That's normal. That seemed like normal shit.
Sound like it. And he's the number one dude to say there's never a good time to smack a woman. You should never smack a woman.
Fuck yourself off.
Abuse. Right. Then he says, I say that, but I'm here talking to y'all about it right now.
Man, that's much money is a problem.
Bro, that's why I try the best I can, bro, to keep it a buck. I'm not about to lie to you and say I ain't never slapped a nigga. Because I have. I'm not about to say, oh, I haven't. I would never. Like, no, I'm not going to lie and say that. Because as soon as I say I would never, 3 months later, here go an incident. And I done did it. And now I look like a fucking liar. Or somebody who's trying to be fake. And I'm not fake.
Facts.
I figured the day was coming. I just didn't know when it was going to be.
So you wanted him to run the fade then because you didn't want that anticipation.
I was so angry with how the relationship was going. I didn't care what happened at that point. That's probably why I moved to slapping, because, you know, at that point I was low key in Gabrielle Union shoes, but I wasn't cheating. Like, I was taking care of him and his kids. Yeah, he was working, but I was making more than him. I was contributing more to the household, and he stopped sleeping with me for 4 weeks, and I didn't cheat. I'm sleeping next to him in the bed every night. At this point, some nights I'm going to bed crying, but I'm literally next to him in the bed with his arm wrapped around me, crying. For weeks.
He silent crying?
Yeah, just not making a scene. Just, he already sleep.
I was like, how you sleep with her? How you just sleep and she could?
I get the feeling if she cries, you can't tell anyway.
Yeah, you can't. It's real small.
So it was just
don't last long. It don't last long. I try to get it together.
So what made, and was it a trigger word? Did he just say something?
He called me a weak ass bitch.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That was it.
That'll do it.
You call me a weak ass bitch, but I take care of your children, whose one of them mother has abandoned her, and I take care of you. And I'm a weak ass bitch.
He called you a wab?
He called me a weak ass bitch because I said something about him not sleeping with me, but you sleep next to me every day, and I know you're sleeping with someone else, but I'm still doing for you and your children, but you're sleeping with someone else. You're not sleeping with me, all because I said I wanted a child. But I help you raise your kids though. The audacity of you scumbag ass nigga.
Yeah, I mean, he fit the category.
The audacity, nigga. So yeah, I slapped him.
But he doesn't hit women.
You said he doesn't hit women?
He doesn't hit women.
He didn't hit me that day. I don't know if he hits women or not.
Well, if you let's go with he doesn't. Since you probably not, that's good. I mean, he's a according to scumbag ass nigga. But
if she's like if Kevin Samuels was a woman from Englewood.
You said if Kevin.
Why would you say that?
Because you like a female, like strong, beat the shit out of men type personality. You know what I mean?
I mean, but I only slapped one nigga though.
And I feel like when I saw the picture, I thought he's bigger than you. Is he not? He's like real big, ain't it?
No, he's like 5. He's 5'7". I'm 5'7".
Oh, I just pictured
She
it
said that's a fair. She said that was a fair fight.
Yeah,
no, I could look him dead in his eye.
I just pictured for some reason like this 6'7", like Shannon Sharp ass nigga. Like,
no, I'm not a man beater. Men don't like me because I challenge them because men prefer a woman who has no fight in her. But that's for another. That's for
talks with Mirage.
Men hate dominant women, but that's another topic.
Why do you think that? Well, we gonna talk about, but I want to know what makes you think. Why do you think that is?
Just look at today in today's society. What is one of the main topics or a current topic that is circulating all over Facebook, all over your For You page on TikTok, all over Instagram? Women not having the ability to completely and absolutely submit everything of themselves to a man. That is all over everything.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It's all over everything. And they want to take us back to 1945 because if the woman allows herself to really step into any type of dominant energy, whether she loves her man or not, most men in today's society take it as a challenge. If you ask the average man to describe the ideal woman, he will describe a slave. Period. He will describe a slave. Someone who cooks, cleans, lays on her back. Because you know how the slave masters used to do our women, right? They used to try to fuck every hoe. And you ask a man, the average man in today's society, to describe his ideal woman, he will describe a woman with low body count who is not familiar or is not in touch with her sexuality. He will describe a woman who is a slave that cooks, cleans, fucks, and just bows down to his every whim. That's what an average man
gotta start the Kevin Samuels podcast, man.
An average man will describe.
You can't say that,
but you have good men out there who these scumbag ass niggas are portraying themselves to be. Oh, I'm a good guy. No, bitch, you're not, ho. You're scum. Shut the fuck up. Stop saying you're a good guy when there are good guys out here who expect a partner and an equal instead of a fucking slave or a servant. That's what you want. But you want to say, oh, I'm a good guy. No, bitch. You want a hoe to come in the house and say yes to massa and bow down to your every whim, nigga, and make you feel like you're that nigga because you're really probably not hardly shit and your ego is so fragile that you need that to feel like a man. Because without it, you feel like a bitch. Because that's what you are. You're a bitch, bro. So, like I was saying, the average man will describe his ideal woman as a slave. And a real man will describe a partner.
She yelling like the niggas here.
Because they
she feel the passion.
I need them to feel me.
She said,
I need them to feel me.
I feel it.
Right?
I feel it.
They watching, right?
I thought
okay.
when she said that bitch, I was like, ouch. I said, ouch. I felt it. No, so, okay, we go. What is a partner? 50-50? 50-50?
I feel like a partner is 50-50 in several different ways. It doesn't have to be 100%. But I feel like when a man and a woman, they have a partner in one another, they have an equal. They have someone that they can have an adult conversation with instead of arguing and yelling. They have someone that they can come to an agreement with. They can agree to disagree at times, but then it can come to a resolution or a solution. A partner is someone who is your equal. A partner is someone who respects you as much as you respect them. If you do not have someone in your life that can give you the same amount of respect that you can give them and treat you as an equal, you're not in a relationship. You're in a situationship. get the fuck out, bitch, run.
Who leads?
In a real partnership, you don't have a true leader. You're both helping each other grow. That's why it's called growth. Like when you have a leader and a follower, you just have someone that's dictating to everything in a relationship, and the follower just says, "Oh, okay." Like a follower is gonna fall in line. But if you have, I'm a strong believer of having two leaders in a relationship, because if I'm strong in this area and I'm a true leader in my workplace, I'm a true leader. And I've acquired so many skills, and I've over the last 20 years, I've acquired, many. I've came into many situations, and I've acquired many skills that's gonna help me not only at work but in my relationship. And say my partner is not a leader in the corporate world, but they're a leader in, like, say they're more intelligent than me, or they read more books, or they can truly lead me somewhere different because they have just a better mindset. If we can put both those things together as a unit, we're both leaders. We just lead in different areas. If we can take both those strengths and combine them together, we're a winning team. Because you're supposed to be a team in a relationship. If you're not a team, like if each person not doing their part, you're not a team leading together, then you have a leader and you have a follower. And the follower is always going to be the one to either suffer because they don't have no voice. If you're a follower, you ain't got no voice. You're just going along with the leader. The leader is either just leading and the follower is suffering, which that's how you have toxic relationships, or relationships where the other partner is absolutely positively miserable and just living in misery. That's what you call toxicity. Or you have a relationship where, both people, they just can't see eye to eye and they just stand together either for the kids or, that's why a lot of marriages last longer. The marriage been over, but they still married, because of other shit. Like, they're not a unit anymore. They're not a partnership. They're not a team. They're like, I'm you and I'm me and you're you, and we're just fucking married.
What happens if you and Neff get married and y'all have a partnership and y'all decide that y'all want to live in California? 6 months later, y'all decide, one of you decides, hey, I'm not making any money out here. I think it's time for us to move out here.
Why you can't make no money where you at?
Yeah, that's why there needs to be a leader.
Like, why can't, if one person can't make money, what's stopping a person from making money in the city that they both as a unit decided to live to? What's stopping the other person from making money?
You're right. We'll stay. That's all you can do.
I'm just asking a serious question. Like, what's stopping the other person from making money where they're at?
I don't know.
We both decided to move there, so we both should have thought about money before we move. So
but variable change. So sometimes stuff just don't work out. Y'all go out there, y'all decide, and it could be you. You could be the person that decides you wanted to move, not just the guy, but you decide. What are you? 51% of the partnership? Are you 49%? Because that's why companies got a majority. So if you guys come to a standstill, y'all don't just implode.
Yeah, but that's logical. That's business. You know what I mean? Relationships are emotional and spiritual and all these other things that you're intertwined with yourselves. And after you're with each other for some long amount of time, you also have to ride the wave of the economy and what's going on in y'all's lives. So it's changed. The percentage changes in a tandem that actually works right. You adjust to whatever the situation requires. Even if somebody is the breadwinner and somebody's the stay-at-home person, if the breadwinner has a broken leg, some sort of, physical thing where they can't do it, you have to adjust and change.
The other person got to get a second job.
Or whatever, so
or not even not just, you're right, but it could be more than just financially. You can't, it's going to be hard for you to walk around and do laundry when your leg messed up. Yeah. I got you.
So now the person who ain't never done shit and ain't got no brain worth of shit for real, got to figure it the fuck out. And now reverse, take care of that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Are you really going to do that? If it was an agreement, if it was a contract, if it was an exchange. And that exchange shit is sort of primal in a way, that Christian old American thing.
The exchange?
Yeah, the exchange, where I make the money. You stay at home. You gonna do what I say do. You don't do shit. You know what I mean? You wait on me to get back to the crib. You know what I mean? That's primal in a way. It's like you don't want to give this woman any type of ambition of her own. You know, that's disrespect. You know what I mean?
That was what the relationships were. The man held the money over the woman's head,
right,
and women held sex.
Because it wasn't far removed from the caveman picture where the guy's like dragging the chick into the cave by her hair. She didn't fight back. She's like, "This is how it is." You know what I mean? So it's like it's different now. You know what I mean? Like we're progressing, and so because we're in that progressive transition, you have people who are still primitive,
they fighting it,
and they haven't aged mentally or matured enough to understand what some of us do. So it's also who gives a fuck what somebody else does, because you got dummies that are good for misogynists and you got strong women that are good for strong women. I'd rather jerk off than do any of this shit. So just leave me the fuck out.
So is that your fairy tale? She talked about you talked about you don't believe in fairy tales.
I don't.
And you don't believe in relationships where one person with one person, or I'm sorry, I don't know all of what you believe in, but you're not into monogamy, right?
Yeah, I don't feel like there are many of us who are in a safe enough space, financially maturity wise, spiritually self-awareness wise, experience, that we should even think about committing to someone in the way that you would need to in order to make something work long term. In today's,
I like
that.
That's deep.
He just being real.
He
like
said we
keeping
not
it 1,000.
This shit we live in today is even harder for us to survive as people. So yeah, it's almost wartime. You don't need any baggage. Come on, bitch, it's a civil war. Yeah, I'm cool. I'll be all right.
I can understand that, my friend.
Well, shoot.
I can dig that.
That's a freaking good. This was a really good freaking episode.
Yeah,
it was a good time,
man. This
huh?
Las Vegas weed, nigga.
And Las Vegas
weed.
What's your favorite thing about Vegas?
It's feels like everybody's free a little bit, freer than where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Everybody seems to have
Columbus.
Yeah, or where I'm.
Ohio.
It's too many. What percentage of the people in Las Vegas is kicking it in some way? You know what I mean? I meet nothing but bartenders, you know what I'm saying, comics, and people who don't come from here. They came from some other place, passing through and shit like that. I met a chick from Columbus at Wise. No, I didn't meet her. I knew her before. Was at Wise Guys when I went up at Wise Guys yesterday with her and her nigga. I'll tell you how we met off camera.
Understand,
her nigga was here. Came to Wise Guys, saw me.
That's dope.
They just traveling Route 66, nigga.
Through the country.
Yeah, they just came from California.
And just met you over at Wise.
They was out. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like
people are free,
like freedom type, get away type shit. You know?
Majority of the people that come here are here for a good time and to do things that they don't normally do. So
it's built for that. Yes, it just feels good. Yeah, I don't know when it's coming out. I'm here in Vegas. Just hitting mics. I ain't got no shows, but other than Columbus, I'll go back to Columbus. 25th, I'm at the Funny Bone. 26th, I'm at Moe's Tavern. 27th, I'm at Dayton, Ohio, Don't Tell Comedy. You know what I'm talking about? On the 27th, and then in February 18th, I'm back in Columbus at Natalie's Grandview.